What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad you're here. On today's episode, we got a very good one planned for you. That's right. And they say everything that shines isn't gold. Well, I call them a liar. That's right, because we're going to be looking at the V.3 Metallic Gold Private Reserve Peelers. That's right, by Organic Playing Cards. So, buckle in your seatbelts. We're going there. Let's go. The V.3 Metallic Gold Private Reserve Peelers are the 9th addition to the Organic Playing Cards lineup. The tuck box is almost identical to the V2 peelers. You're going to have the peelers stamped there in that same metallic gold that goes along with the deck, which we'll see here shortly. The tuck box is made up of almost a wooden kind of crate look, as you can see there, with spots and different kind of attributes. The design wraps around to the left and right sides as well, with no kind of text font, until we get to the back, where you're going to see that same spider that we saw on the V2s make its appearance, this time in gold. The bottom of the tuck box is going to feature some ad copy about special edition and one of 1,500. You're going to also see that Organic Playing Cards logo on the right. There's also no tuck seal, and that's it for the tuck box. This deck does come printed by the United States Playing Card Company on their crushed premium stock. It does have a traditional cut and an air cushion emboss, and this is a very limited edition run of only 1,500 decks. The back design on the deck is going to be that same classic peelers look that we all know and love from Organic Playing Cards. This is that classic design that I've been talking about wanting to see make its return, and I'm excited that it has. You're going to see this time around a very bright and beautiful colorway with that metallic gold popping off like a fine piece of jewelry. You're going to see that two-way imagery mirrored with that banana peeling away and ready for your favorite packet cuts. You're going to have also a thin to medium poker border as well. With this deck, you're going to receive some extra cards. The first is a double backer, which has the front and back design on both sides of the card. The next one is going to be a duplicate card. That's right, an extra 3 of spades, because, well, you can never go wrong with the duplicate. The last two, but certainly not least, cards in this deck are going to be your jokers. They look almost duplicate, but I promise you, they're not. That's right, upon closer inspection, you're going to see that the one on the right has a reveal of a 7 of hearts, making this really cool for magic effects. The pips and indices in this deck are your industry standard, well, at least for a slight recoloring. That's right, the reds are no longer red in this deck. They replaced it with that same beautiful metallic gold color, but the blacks are still black. The quartz in this deck are very close to standard, but I promise you they're fully custom. That's right, in true organic fashion, they are doing something cool with the banana to go along with the theme of the deck. Alongside of that, there also looks like they have a different clothing option with the added colorways of the 2 previous versions with the teal and coral. The aces in this deck are also the same until you get to the ace of spades. That's right, they kept with the true design of this deck and kept the ace of spades pretty much the same, with half of it being that enlarged spade pip there with that gold color in it, and then the other half being that peeled banana to go along with the theme. You're also going to see peelers there underneath, and that's it for the deck. Join me now for my final thoughts. Right, my final thoughts on this deck, and my rating is I give it a B+. That's right, I give it a B+. Couple reasons. Number one, I gotta say, the deck is amazing. We'll get to that. Hold on. The reason I give it a B+ is, number one, anytime I see a deck that has a reveal, right? So this has a 7 of Hearts reveal, like I showed you guys in the review. Anytime that happens and there's a reveal, I enjoy seeing the duplicate card, if there is one, being that card. Number one, it gives you an extra card. Number two, it helps when doing those kind of effects. So when I seen that it had a duplicate 3 of Spades, I believe, versus the 7 of Hearts reveal, it was kind of like, Now don't get me wrong, I appreciate the extra card, always. Like I said before in my previous episode, I said, perfect deck is 2 duplicate jokers, double backer, duplicate card. Gotta love it. As well as traditional, standard faces, pips and indices, the whole Niz9. But the point is, that's one of the things. Number two is, this deck, even though it does have pretty close to standardized pips, indices, and courts, it's still not standard, no matter what. But I gotta say, I love the fun and just kind of quirkiness of the organic, kind of courts that they do, eating the bananas. They follow along with the theme of the deck each time they go along, and that's something I can really get behind. The last reason being is that the reds in this deck are replaced with that same gold. Now, as much as I love it, as far as a perfect deck, that A+ rating, it's not going to be here today. But still a beautiful deck. Now, back to touch base on what I was talking about earlier. This is what I've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 organic reviews. This deck is amazing. No questions asked, okay? No kind of gimmicks here, okay? This is what I've been talking about. Them going back to their origins, to their beginnings, right? That design that we all know and love. This is it. This is the one that started it all. This is the one that put organic out there, And that's why I will forever love, especially the peelers, versions of their decks. I just love it, man. I have every deck they've ever put out, and for a right reason, But anyway, I also do want to say the gold on this deck is like no other gold or metallic gold ink that I've ever seen on a deck. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking, because I thought it too. I said, well, hey, all this is going to be pretty much it's going to be the same gold that we saw on the Fort Knox. No, sir. Big difference. That difference. Huge. The gold on the Fort Knox is so much darker. This is the first and only time I've ever seen a gold metallic ink actually look like foiling. No lie. This, when you look at it and hold it and cherish it, you're going to see, wow, that looks like gold foiling. I don't know how they did it, how they pulled it off, but it's amazing. By far, the best metallic ink job I've ever seen on a pack of cards. So, good job there, guys. And yeah, like I said, guys, this deck comes out July 1st. July 1st. And trust me, you need to be there when they drop, okay? If you're going to pay attention to any part, make this the part of your video, or this video you're going to pay attention. Please. Organic has never put out a run so low. This is a 1500 print run. That is extremely low, okay? Usually they do the 3,000, 5,000, so on and so forth. This is a private reserve, okay? Special edition, okay? Make sure you're there. All right? You cannot beat it for $55, and you get a keychain, you get the passport, you get 6 of these bad boys, and you get this brick box. Come on now. that brick box is sexy as hell. Gotta say it. Yeah, that's sexy. So anyway, make sure you guys are there because trust me, this deck is going to fly off the shelves. No questions asked. So make sure you're there. That's all I gotta say. I can't stress it enough. You have to get them. If you're ever gonna buy a half a brick of cards in your life, make this it. That's all I'm gonna say. So I warned you. But anyway, I love the deck, and that's all I can say about it. And I do want to stress, I want to say thank you very much to the great people over at Organic Playing Cards, mostly my buddy Cam. Thank you for allowing me to have these decks early. I got my hands on a half a brick because, like I said, guys, you can't pass these up. They're so good. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Cam, for allowing me to get my hands on these so I can do this review for you. And if you enjoyed this review, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you beautiful people on the next one.